One of the things that makes Nazareth Catholic Community unique is the interconnected and complementary work of our community and pastoral services, our early childhood centre, and our Outer 12 College in creating a living experience of the Church's mission in a contemporary world. Here is the story about a fictional family's journey within Nazareth Catholic Community, capturing the experience we aspire to offer as we connect with families across the lifespan. For every family is at the heart of our community. This story captures the role all play in bringing to life our community's vision to be a Catholic community of welcome, connecting faith, family and education, and our mission to be people of justice, each committed to building community, nourishing family life, and making the world a better place. It's called Across the Lifespan, Jessie's Story. A child is born and a family delights. Jessie changes her family's lives forever. Mary and Joseph, very tired, a little lonely, worried and unsure, are keen to share their experiences with other families with young children. Their child and family health nurse talks to them about the family programs at Nazareth. Mary and Jessie come to playgroup in the Catherine Community Centre, run by the Community Services team. Mary gets some helpful advice about settling and tummy time from the occupational therapy students, who, as part of their placement at Nazareth, are co-facilitating some sessions of the playgroup. Jessie's favourite activities are the making table, utilising recycled resources, the nature play area in the outdoor space, and when the group stops to read a Bible story and share their prayers of thanks. Mary recognises an inherent spirituality in her child as she joins in reverently. Friendships are made with other families, and Mary and Jessie often stay back to share a coffee and baby chino in the cafe with their new friends after playgroup. They are always made to feel so welcome by the staff and volunteers. The latest Early Childhood Centre newsletter catches Mary's eye, and she goes home and checks out the website. Words and images reflect our vision, our mission, our values and our aspirations. Mary talks to Joseph about this option for Jessie's childcare, and they are inspired. A call is made, an application completed, and a tour of the Early Childhood Centre is booked. A place is found. While at the ECC, the family accesses resources developed by dietetic and nutrition students about healthy eating in the early years, one of the many resources created to support the healthy food supply and nutrition procedure developed in partnership with the Flinders University Nutrition and Dietetic Department. The family attends one of the community masses, and Jessie is invited to assist with the gospel procession, and this sparks a desire to explore baptism for their child. They join the baptismal preparation program in collaboration with the Findon Hindmarsh Parish. More familiar with the Findon campus, which they loved the look of, the family had heard that there was another campus in Flinders Park. Out of curiosity, they decide to attend the open day in March. They're impressed by the setup and notice how well maintained this site is too, confirming their positive first impressions of Nazareth. While at the cafe space in the new Caritas building, opened for this event, Mary notices a flyer calling for volunteer tutors for the Thursday night academic support session, which many of our young African students attend. Missing her work as a science teacher, Mary puts the flyer in her bag and makes a mental note to call the coordinator on Monday. Joseph notices the Wise Owl stall and talks to its coordinator about the various programs and activities offered in this seniors group. Because of his carpentry skills, Joseph realises he has something to offer and chats about the idea for a program to repair and restore pre-loved furniture for families in need. The family responds eagerly to a call in the next ECC newsletter to donate stationery items to create pencil cases of love for distribution to students as part of Nazareth's outreach work in Timor-Leste. The years pass and Mary and Joseph complete an enrolment to Nazareth Catholic College. This is their community. This is their preferred pathway for their daughter's school education. An enrolment conversation, an offer of enrolment, and an invitation to participate in the Ready Set Go transition program, and the next stage of their journey as a family begins. As an ECC Romero Room child, Jessie is given a leadership role during transition visits to pair up with one of the children who will be joining the community for the first time in reception. She holds this child's hand when they visit the classroom and tour the school. Mary's parents, Anne and Joachim, have moved from interstate and accompany the family to one of the transition visits. Families transition at Nazareth, not just children. A conversation with the pastoral support worker takes place, and soon they're talking about the Wise Hours group and the various activities held at Findon for their age group. New friendships, new energy, new connections. Nanny Annie's cooking skills are put to good use at the next Nazareth Connects cook-up to prepare meals for families in need within the community. 13 years of college begins, and the family is deeply engaged in many ways. Jessie is at school every day on time, bar illness, after a good night's sleep, with homework completed and a healthy lunch. The path for this commitment to the 5 habits of excellence was set at the reception parent information night. The parents were encouraged to set off on this journey together, supporting each other as parenting peers through the highs and lows of supporting their children's education at Nazareth. This advice came in handy as they steered Jessie through the teenage years of parties and relationships. Mary and Joseph are also encouraged to make the most of every opportunity to connect the learning at school with the learning they support at home and to be a part of the community. They are kept informed by the weekly Nazareth newsletter, a regular communication from Jessie's teachers, and attend every information night, learning conversation, subject selection evening and career expo throughout Jessie's R-12 schooling journey. They are recognised and respected as partners with the teachers on this journey and value the commitment Jessie's teachers make to support her to practice the 5 habits as a roadmap to success, understanding that as her parents, they have a key role in this as well. They're particularly influenced by the experience of other parents and students shared at the Year 7 information night, who offered helpful and practical advice about how best to support Jessie to practice the 5 habits in a secondary context. They regularly access the parent portal on Sector, which helps them have meaningful conversations with Jessie about her learning and her homework. They experience the commitment to Jessie's wellbeing and are particularly touched by the support and guidance offered to the family by one of the student counsellors when Jessie is bullied online, and admire the compassion shown to the bully herself in the spirit of Nazareth's statement of purpose to love one another. They also participate regularly in community activities and fundraisers. The family's favourite event is the annual Culture Fest evening held during Harmony Week. They love trying the traditional dishes of the various cultures represented in the Nazareth community. Celebrating the cultural diversity within Nazareth helped form special bonds and broke down barriers. The family suffers the terrible loss of Grandpa Joachim, who passes away just days after the annual Wise Hours Melbourne Cup lunch, which he now co-planned. It was his favourite event on the Wise Hours calendar. Crippled by grief, the family is visited by the pastoral coordinator, who plans a daily delivery of a ready-to-eat evening meal for the family, made possible due to the successful Nazareth Connects program. The irony was not lost on the family, as Nanny Annie was a regular contributor to this program over the years. One annual quiz night sparks a conversation with Jessie about the Nazareth outreach work projects, and together as a family they support her discernment and preparation for participating in the Bathurst Island outreach trip at the end of Year 12. Mary and Joseph breathe a sigh of relief, as they had not been too keen on Jessie going to schoolies. More so, they were proud of her commitment to serve and thought of the benefits a Catholic education had brought to their daughter's life. The family support worker is co-opted during Year 12 when the family is in deep financial stress after an unexpected work redundancy hits the family hard and makes Jessie's participation in the Bathurst visit unlikely. A fund set up to support local outreach is accessed to part fund the family's expected contribution to the costs. Mary and Joseph are humbled by the dignity shown to them during this time and are moved to write a letter to the director about the pastoral way the finance office had worked with them to develop a payment plan for Jessie's school fees. Inspired by the group of young adult graduates who have been very active in a range of community events throughout her schooling, including her favourite day of the year, Naz Day, Jessie signs up eagerly to the graduate database at her final Year 12 mentor group session, facilitated by the graduate liaison officer. On the form, she's asked how she'd like to stay connected to Nazareth, and she ticks off tutoring, she is her mother's daughter, and volunteering for Nazareth outreach work fundraising initiatives. She likes the graduate Facebook page. Following Jessie's graduation, Mary and Joseph receive a letter from the director and community development leader acknowledging this important milestone for the family, their contribution to the Nazareth community, how they will be missed, a request to complete an online survey to seek feedback on their experience of Nazareth Catholic College, and an invitation to stay connected. They immediately complete the family feedback form and sign up to continue to receive the Aspire magazine. Their intention is to remain a part of the broader Nazareth community. The quiz night had become a much anticipated annual tradition. They weren't going to end that now. And their certificates of appreciation collected over many years of volunteering within the community are prized possessions. Once a Nazarene, always a Nazarene. Years pass again, and after completing her degree, that included a student placement in the community services team, Jessie is married to her best friend Jack, who she first played with in the Early Childhood Centre McKillop room all those years ago. Jack now coordinates the Operation Nazareth program. Nazareth has developed its own version of the Operation Flinders program, an initiative of the Community Wellbeing and Engagement team to support the most at-risk students at Nazareth. Their wedding is one of the first graduate weddings celebrated in the Our Lady of the Manger Church, and their reception is catered by the Jamel family from Iran. The Jamels were regular contributors to the Iranian food stand at the Culture Fest evenings many years before. That experience has set the Jamel family on a journey of empowerment that led them to set up their own catering business, now flourishing in the western suburbs. In a few years' time, Jessie and Jack will complete a referral form to the Early Childhood Centre. They'll complete it while sitting with their own baby boy Oscar, who is named after Jessie's Romero House patron, in the Armand Street Park playground, whilst admiring the flourishing Indigenous garden planted in the campus grounds opposite in 2019. The cycle of life continues.